SGC here, and we're back with a movie review. Coming Home, a 2014 Chinese drama film directed by Zhang Yimou. It stars Chen Daoming, Gong Li, and Zhang Huiwen. This story is adapted from the novel The Criminal Lu Yanshi, and it's written by the novelist Criminal Lu Yanshi. Basically, this plot takes place during the Cultural Revolution and a few years afterwards. It talks about a professor who escapes from a labor camp, and he meets up with his wife. So the professor is played by Chen, and the wife is played by Gong Li. And due to complications with the family, the professor gets arrested again, and afterwards, after the Cultural Revolution, he gets released, and he returns to his family. His daughter has grown up, and he tries to get back into the family, but the major problem is that his wife is suffering from amnesia, and his daughter is working as a textile worker instead of being a dance student. And basically the entire film is about him trying to figure out ways of how he can get back into their lives. So what do I like about this film? Well, first off, I have seen Zhang Yimou's previous film, The Flowers of War, which stars Christian Bale, and I didn't review that, but I will sooner or later. And it talks about World War II, about like just the Japanese invading China sort of thing. And I think here too, in Coming Home, both these films have a very realistic, very convincing vibe of their era, and I give props to Zhang to really carrying that atmosphere into theaters. I really especially like the beginning of the movie when they dealt with the whole party issue. Like, they would refer to each other as party members, and they would be like, oh, we're for the party and the members and stuff. And then the whole communism thing was really there in front and center, and it was just interesting for me because I don't really watch much films that deal with the whole Communist Party back in the day anyway. I really like the acting in this film for sure. I think all three cast members gave a very convincing performance, especially Gong Li, as her amnesia became worse and worse. And it was just very touching as Chen became a character that just continued to strive to become someone that she can remember. And I was also impressed by Zhang Huiwen as a daughter, as she really had a very contrasting role in this film. As in the beginning she really hated her father because she didn't know him, and later on there was some development, and it was just really great to see this development and just to see her extend her acting. I also like the plot, as in the sense where it didn't really try to tug at your heartstrings too much and overkill it. It felt like a very progressive progress of how his relationship with his wife progressed, as he keeps on realizing that she is not going to remember him, as she hasn't seen him for the last 20 years. And I feel that it's like a realistic approach in the sense of just being real as to how one would react to a loved one, and how would they try to get back into their lives despite the fact that this loved one has amnesia. And I think that it has some humor here and there spread out, and it's just a realistic approach. I would say it's not a sob fest of just trying to make you feel sad or feel bad for the guy. I think it gives an atmosphere where it lets audience to be really supportive of Chen's character, as he's just keep on trying and trying to get back into Gong Li's life. And I really love the ending. I'm not going to spoil it here, but it was just really awesome, and I really is appreciative of that they went to this route, and I'm just like, yeah, this is great. This is how it should have ended. There isn't much that I dislike here, but maybe I would have preferred more during Cultural Revolution screen time, as there was a lot more things happening and it felt more alive in the sense of the whole cultural time. Because I feel that when Chen actually shows up, the whole Cultural Revolution China identity thing sort of backs off, and it's not as in the center of everything. And I really enjoy that because I haven't seen much of that stuff, so I wanted something different. Whereas when he shows up, it becomes somewhat of a typical movie of just trying to get back into someone's life and with amnesia. And it was, I mean, it's fun and all, but I sort of wish they had more Cultural Revolution ties into it, despite the fact that it was after the Cultural Revolution. So hence, that's why I wanted more Cultural Revolution time in the beginning of the movie to be extended. And that's pretty much the biggest thing I have when I finish the movie. This movie has a good plot, simple premise, and the acting was just spot on, and it was just really great. And it was like a realistic approach, and it was convincing, and it was just fun, and you feel that you wanted to support Chen, because it was just, man, this just really sucks because he's finally black and this happens. So basically that's pretty much it. So as always, if you have anything to say, leave it below and I will get back to you as soon as possible. And that's pretty much it for this movie review for Coming Home. See ya.